away, whine, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you more and more and more, Jungkook.
The last time JK kicked her and got out of the room. On the other hand, Wine was weeping cause her wounds were hurting badly.
Time skips midnight. Jungkook entered into Wine's room and held something in his hand. It was some food. Wine looked at him and turned her face on the other side. She was angry and also sad. JK, hey baby, didn't you sleep well? Wine is silent. JK, okay, I know you were angry with me. I did wrong to you. But now eat something, as I know you are going to have dinner with your dog. Suddenly, Wine remembered about Jimmy. She was worried about him, as he is fine or not. Wine, where is Jimmy? JK, he's fine, sleeping. Don't worry. Come on, now eat the food. Wine throws the packet of food with her legs. JK saw this and got very angry and harshly grabbed her cheeks. JK, if I am behaving well with you, it doesn't mean I am a good person. If my mind got mad, I will kill you and your so-called lovely dog in just seconds, but I am tolerating you just because I am obsessed with you. JK, now listen to me quietly. Eat this food and add one more thing in your mind, that you are trapped with me here and you have to live with me now onwards. Don't try to run or escape from here. And also, if you want your Jimmy and your parents alive, then obey me. Wine is scared and didn't utter a single word, just obeyed him and ate the food quietly. She finished her food as soon as possible and quietly looking at Jungkook as he is also eating with her. Jungkook took the plates and walked from there, Wine only looking at him like a scaredy cat and crying inside. Wine POV, oh my god, where I got stuck. Why me? I just came in this new city and why I have to suffer like this? He is not going to leave me so easily. And also, he knew my house. If I tried to run, he would kill my parents. Oh no, I have to think wisely. Wine slowly stood up from the bed and came outside of the room while her hands on her mouth. She went to the kitchen and saw Jungkook is cleaning the utensils. She stands behind him and slowly asked, Jungkook? He turned around and saw her. JK, what? She replied, Wine, where is Jimmy? I want to see him. JK, he is sleeping on the couch. Go and see. She went to her and saw him. She checked him. He was awake. Jungkook also came there. Wine looked up. Wine, Jungkook, please give some food to Jimmy. He is also hungry. Jungkook went from there without any expression. He came back with some dog food and handed to her and left from there. Wine feeds Jimmy.
After some time, Jungkook came back and grabbed Wine's hands and took her into his room. Wine is struggling. Wine, what are you doing? Leave me, Jungkook. Where are you taking me? Wine started punching him badly. JK stops her hands and throws her on the cold wall and comes closer to his lips. Wine is scared and looking down. She is avoiding eye contact. JK, what happened? Where your guts were gone? How? Asked me where I am taking you. JK, you love so much to that little animal. Can't you love me? You feed Jimmy, now feed me, baby. Then hurriedly, she struggled to breathe, but JK didn't stop and took her to his room in a bridal style without breaking the. He threw her on the bed and hovered over her and started to her clothes. She is punching him continuously, but no use. He can handle her easily and now he only wants her.
JK, don't try to struggle. It will be more painful for you. And then he started to destroy her in peace. After fulfilling his desire, He threw himself beside her and slept without saying anything. Wine is crying mess. Her full body is in pain. But he didn't care, just covered her with a blanket and hugged her tightly and slept. Next day, Wine wakes up and saw she was in her new clothes. Yes, JK changed her clothes and cleaned her off. Wine saw he was not in the room. She immediately started walking, but she suddenly falls very badly on the cold floor. Then she realized that she was last night by a psycho and he didn't show any mercy to her body. She stood up and went to the door to unlock, but she saw a written sheet on the door and started to read it. JK, don't try to run or do something stupid with yourself, otherwise I will kill your Jimmy or your parents. She went to the bed back and started crying. Suddenly she saw another sheet on the lamp desk. She started reading it again. JK, take a shower first, then change your clothes. Check the closet. I bought everything for your use and then went to the kitchen. Eat your breakfast quietly, and also there is a medicine for you. You have to take this. Don't try to chew it. I will be back in the evening. If I didn't saw you, then you will be responsible for my actions. She wiped all the sheets and threw it on the floor and started to crying while her head down. Wine POV. I'm not going to listen to you, Mr. Psycho. I hate you. I will fight with you till my last breath. She angrily walked outside the room and started to search everywhere. But when she went outside, she was shocked to see that the whole house was clean like a brand new apartment. Everything was in their correct place, and also blended which were seen by Wine last night. Everything vanished. Nothing was there. Wine thought that she would call the police and show them all the death, but her plan failed. No evidence was left there. Then she searched the whole house but didn't get anything. Finally, after searching everywhere, she only found a few photos of girl and foods and nothing else. She was very sad and also exhausted as she was searching for about 3 hours. She finally noticed Jimmy was also not there as JK took him. She lost her motivation and kicked every wall in frustration and threw everything was placed there. After all this, she does the same what was written by Jungkook on the chat, and now she was sat on the couch and sobbing while remembering her parents, and she got asleep. Jungkook came back at evening and saw Wine sleeping on the couch. He saw the whole house was a mess as she searched everywhere and threw everything in anger. So JK knew that what she's trying to do, but he knew it very well that he was perfect in his work. He came closer to her and kneeled down. Then he backed her 2 strands of hair behind her ear. Wine got awake and stood up in fear. JK, so you did all this, huh? Wine remained silent and her eyes searching for Jimmy. She saw Jimmy came with Jungkook and he was alright. Wine was relaxed to see him. Jungkook yelled at her in anger. Did you do all this? His eyes were red now and he was not in a good mood like before when he entered the house. Wine replied while stammering, yes, while head down. Jungkook smirked a little bit and went to the kitchen. After some time, he came back with cleaning equipment and threw it on her feet. JK, if you did all this, then you have to clean this also. Now start your work. He sat on the couch taking Jimin on his lap and started watching her head to down while cursing on Jimmy's head. JK, I will not repeat my words, baby. If you don't want any punishment like last night, then start cleaning fast. Wine saw all this and got scared and she started cleaning the whole house. Jungkook only stared at her moves. After some time, she almost finished and got very tired as she was exhausted. Last night her legs were shaking and she suddenly fell on the ground. Jungkook saw her and immediately picked her up in his room. He saw the chit was dragged on the floor. He covered her with the blanket and went out of the room.
After some time, she regains her consciousness and saw Jungkook was not there. She looked left and right. The room was clean. Also, she heard someone is making food. Wyan saw it was Jungkook. Jimmy was also eating his dinner quietly. Without turning around, Jungkook calls Wyan's name and she was shocked at how he recognized her presence without looking at her. JK, you are awake. Come, let's eat dinner. I'll make your favorite dish. Without saying anything, she sat on the dining table and waited for him. Jungkook placed all the food one by one and they started eating together. She was quiet and silent as she remembered how she suffered last night. After eating, Jungkook cleaned all the mess as last night. Wyan started shivering as she knew what he would do after this. Yes, he destroyed her like last night. Wyan started to panic. Then she slowly stands up and takes her dog on her hand and press her mouth with her hand. As she knew Jimmy will bark, but she didn't knew that Jungkook had a third eye. He can find her anywhere. She immediately walks on the door and tried to open it, but she failed. As it was locked, she is continuously rolling the knob and making sound without knowing that someone is watching her. She turned around and saw Jungkook was standing, folding his hands and staring at her. JK, may I ask you, Miss Wyan, what are you trying to do? In a husky voice, Wyan replied with full bravery tone, I want to go from here. JK, are you deaf or dumb? What I told you last time, don't try to run or escape from here. Can't you understand at once? Wyan, I am not your maid or slave. I will not obey you, understand? Just leave me. JK, oh really? Okay, go, open it. Wyan was shocked after hearing him. What? JK, you want to go now? Open the damn door and go from here. Let's see how much dare you have. She's trying to open it but no use. It was locked. Wyan, give me the keys, Jungkook. It is locked. She screamed loudly. JK went inside his room and came back with a lots of keys and handed them to her. JK, take the keys and now open it. Wyan took the keys and started to put it one by one and trying to open the door. On the other side, Jungkook coming closer and closer to her, and he was some inches apart from Wyan. He was staring at her continuously. You would say he is scaring her with his dark eyes.